What's up, guys? What is up? What's going on? Yeah, I just got finished playing the Dragon Quest III collection. Um, it comes with Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. I haven't made a video in a while, and I just wanted to kind of update you guys on what I've been up to as far as gaming goes. I played several games in between the time of the last video I made, and the last video was me just making a statement about what they were doing with the Dragon Quest III HD game that came out a few months ago. Well, last month, I think. I think it came out last month, yeah. And how I wasn't supporting it because the whole thing that they were doing as far as just westernizing the game as far as trying to appease to a woke audience. And I was totally against that. And I still am against that whole ordeal. And this is not a shame to any of you guys who brought the game. I've seen people who have brought the game and they said it's a good game. Outside of the changes that they've made as far as um, with the character designs and the gender thing and all that and like the stuff like that. And I just didn't believe in supporting a game, especially after Kira Toriyama has passed away. I just couldn't really support um, this game as far as me giving my money to Square Enix in that regard. It just it don't sit right with me. It's more of a spiritual thing. I'm a spiritual type of person. I do believe in God. Um, and I can't support anything that wants to deliver such a message and just wants to just totally tamper with someone's work. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. If you guys enjoyed the game, um, more power to you. What I will say is, you know, with time going past, maybe I can find the game used or something like that, or something to where I can get the game to where I'm not supporting Square Enix in that regard. Now I'm not against Square Enix as a whole. I just don't like what they did with that whole thing. As far as Akira Toriyama being involved with the project, I can't support it. I'm still gonna buy Square Enix game. Still gonna support Square Enix. You know, whatever. But just in that regard, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But yeah, this is Dragon Quest 3. The game actually comes with, sorry for the mess here, guys. Yikes. I'm dropping video games and stuff. So yeah, this is the game I just completed. Um one, two, and three. And I actually enjoyed playing Dragon Quest 3 this way because I get to play Dragon Quest 1 and 2 and I get to see the growth of the series. You know, with Dragon Quest 1 it was very basic. It was just the gameplay was very basic. It was just like the beginning stages of the Japanese role-playing game, and it's interesting to see how they added to the genre over time. Like the first one you're playing as just one hero. There's no party members and nothing like that. You're just on the world map. You're going and just grinding it out and playing through the story. That mode with just a single character. And then in the second game, they introduce two more companions. Well, you got a full party, which is of three characters. And in the third game, they totally went out. They learned a lot from their first two games and just totally went out with the third game. So I can see why the third game is in such high regards when it comes to the Japanese video game audience. That's the main character right now. on the third game there. And this game was pretty fun. It was a lot. Well, the third game was very, very much so fun. I had fun with all of them, but the third game was very cool. It has a job system in there in the third one, which I also that's my favorite style of RPG mechanic is the job system. You know, I'm a huge fan of Bravely Default. I like Final Fantasy V, Blue Dragon. Games that have that job system, I'm very drawn to, addicted to. But also, what I never seen this in the game. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. I never seen this in the game. Within Dragon Quest 3, they have this book system where you can basically you go throughout the world of Dragon Quest 3 and you find these books and you can give these books to each one of your party members, and they're different types of books, and they teach your party members different types of personality types. So, and these personality types have an influence on what stats increase as you level up. So, say like I have a tough guy personality. I read a book. It's a tough guy personality, so it teaches me the tough guy personality. And then once I level up, let's say the attack it has more of a chance for the attack to increase and your HP to increase. Or if I want like a wizard type of character, I can switch to another book that caters to that style of character. And the stat increases will, you know, with the magic, it'll increase your magic and stuff like that. With like a mage or a wizard type of character, which I thought that was pretty. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The whole personality trait in Dragon Quest 3. But overall, the game was pretty all games were phenomenal. Dragon Quest 3 is of course the one that really stuck out to me. And as of right now, you can see me right now. I just finished the true final boss in the game, so you know I was duking it out in that. But also what I wanted to talk about, and I don't want to hold you guys up too much. This might be a long video. I want to go and just briefly go over the whole year of what I've been playing on the Nintendo Switch. And this year for me, let me turn this off here. This year for me was I didn't play any new releases this year. I played all older releases. And you know, I always like one thing I always like to do is go on the Nintendo Switch website and at the end of the year they always give you a year review, a sum up of your yearly review of how much you played, what you played throughout the entire year. And I started out the year with, as you can see, Persona. I just went back and replayed the entire Persona series, like not the entire series, but the PlayStation 2 Persona games, and also I did Persona 5 Royal as well because I never played Persona 5 Royal. And that's Pokemon Arceus. That is my game of the year, even though it didn't come out this year. Pokemon Arceus was the game for me that kind of just did it for me. I couldn't put it down, you know. I couldn't put this one down at all. This was a really addicting game. So that's a game I played back in September there. But yeah, you know, going through it was a really good year as far as video games go. It was a good year in general in my life. But with video games, I really had a blast, man. Just playing through the Persona series, going back and playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, and I played a lot of Pokemon too. Like I never bought Pokemon Alpha Sapphire on the 3DS. I just had purchased it this year and played through it as well. I was Pokemoned up this year, so I played a lot on my DS this year too. A lot of Pokemon on my DS, and I've talked about that, you know, in the past on this channel before, the Pokemon stuff that I played this year. So you guys probably, if you remember, I did Fire Red. I played through the, you know, the older Pokemon. I just had a itch for the old Pokemon games. Also, I played a lot of Super Nintendo on the Switch this year. In particular, Earthbound. I played Earthbound before. I wanted to play it again this year because I think what happened was with that is as I was playing through Pokemon games, the aesthetic of Pokemon and Earthbound, I think, are kind of similar in a way because they're both in like this modern day setting, this present day setting. You know, this kind of whole you're playing as a child in the suburban area, and I think kind of the Pokemon and Earthbound series kind of I don't know. It was just a correlation with Pokemon and Earthbound. I feel, but yeah, man. 481 hours, which is insane. You know, I feel like a total loser. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yikes. I feel like, guys, I have a life too. You know, I work full time. I have a part time job. I have a life too outside of video games. Just don't think that I'm just, I love video games. Like, I love video games. I shouldn't be ashamed of it, but and this, and I don't feel bad because I think this is low. This is a low number. This is a low amount of hours for some of the gamers I've seen as far as them. Some people have like 2,000, 3,000 hours in this whole year playing video games. You know what I'm saying? I don't play video games every day, but when I do play video games, I kind of get drawn into it and I kind of just lose track of time. Next year, I am going to play video games a lot less. I hope. I don't know, man. I just can't. I like playing games so much, man. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, and guys, I don't even follow like the latest trends on what's going on in the industry, in the gaming industry with Xbox and PlayStation. I really don't. Whatever they post in the Discord, whatever it may have you be. But I don't really follow gaming news like that. But with Japanese RPGs, that's kind of my world. That's what I follow. So as long as it's on the Nintendo Switch, if it's news about Nintendo Switch and JRPGs, I will follow because Nintendo Switch is the only system I have. But yeah, this is these are just the overview of all the games I played on the Switch here. But yeah, 480 hours. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I have a life. I work. I don't have a family and all that. I don't have kids, family, wife. I don't have none of that. I don't really believe in none of that. To be honest with you guys, that's a conversation for another day. But once I do have my downtime, which I love, I come home from hard day's work, play my video games, watch some anime, or watch some YouTube videos. That's just my basic life. It's just what I do. Um, it's what I do. So maybe I'll get back into making music again. I haven't made music in a while, so maybe I'll next year I'll up the ante and get back into my other hobby, which is music. As well as you guys know, I post my music on here as well. But yeah, this is just a rundown of everything I played. You know, great year, 2024. I'm looking forward to 2025. Xenoblade Chronicles X for 2025. Definitely going to be getting that. The Switch 2, I will be copping, and hopefully Metaphor ReFantazio. It's a lot of games coming out next year. A lot of new releases coming out next year, which will I probably sink a lot of time into. Games, I mean, just it's just so many games out, man. It's just crazy. But yeah, this is to sum it up, man. Persona, Pokemon was just a Persona, Pokemon, and Dragon Quest year for me. That's it. And I really enjoyed this year, man. I really liked it, you know. And next year will be crazy too. So, yep. Signing out.